Mission to Mars Team 2 Director Nolan Palmer.
Thank you. I'm Nolan Palmer, Mission Director of Team 2. And like Gavin said, we got our teams 3 weeks ago and been working hard for these 3 weeks to get this mission done. For us, our HabMod team just finished 3D printing the communication center and has 3 satellites sitting on top along with an airlock door that it has to be on it. For the EDL team, they're just finishing making the EDL vehicle and is making a safe landing. Our Mars Media right now is making a time-lapse video that will show what everyone's been doing for the past couple weeks. And here's Christian to explain the rover team and our problems.
Okay, to start off, our rover is now being programmed and tested, and for our problems, our magnetic field sensor was too close to the brick or the heart of the rover, and so we had to move it 10 centimeters away, and that had to make the EDL team change the size of the box. And back to Nolan.
So what we did then, the rover team built the compass in 10 inches in front, 10 centimeters in front, and so the dimensions changed on the EDL, and so they just made the length bigger and threw us 22 inches. And that's it.
Hello, I'm Matt Kenny, Mission Director of Team 7, and I'm here with our head programmer of our rover team. 3 weeks ago, we got these groups, as everyone said, and I was actually really excited about my group because I had one group that was just full of extreme talent, and each group had a good leader in it. We started off, our groups just got to know each other, started communicating, making our plans, and in the following week after we got our groups, everything got into full swing, I guess. Our rover group got off to a really good start, building and just almost completing the thing in the first week. Our HabMod finished printing our greenhouse yesterday. They had a little bit of problem of how small it was, but they fixed that. Our EDL team has been working. They split into 3 different groups. One person specializing in each category, which is parachute. One person that was specializing in the structure that would hold the rover, and one that would make a safe base. And right now I'm going to turn it over to Dylan Levy, and he will be talking about our rover and its problems.
So for our rover, our problems were that it wasn't able to turn because it didn't have a pivot wheel in the back. So to fix that, we decided to put a ski-like structure on the back to make it so that it was able to turn. And for the rest of it, I'm going to turn it over to Matt.
Pretty much our media director, who's been making our project more popular. She's been updating our blog, just making all of our project on media just more smoother, and that's pretty much it. So now I'm going to hand it over to Chloe and Monica.
Hi, I'm Chloe. I'm Mission Director for Team 6, and so far my group has done a really good job. In EDL, they built the box, they finished all the measurements and like the box to carry the rover and habitat in. They 3D printed everything. They got the parachute finished and they're almost ready to attach it. In media, she's been doing a really good job taking photos, updating her blog, and making sure to keep everything updated. In rover, they did a really good job. They finished the front part of it, and they're almost done programming. And some of the problems my group had was we tried to use balloons for like the bottom to land softly, but it didn't work and it like popped. So we fixed that, and then in the rover it wouldn't turn all the way, so they had to go back and fix that. So now I'm going to go and hand it over to Jordan, who's going to tell you about habitat.
Yeah, so in the HabMod group, we just finished printing out the science lab that we were assigned, and now we're on to step 5, which is the improve phase, on where one person is creating a Canva to explain what's going to be inside the science lab, and then the other group is going to be continuing to use Tinkercad and finish the interior design for the science lab. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Vinny Bova, and I'm the mission director for Team 5. I am here with Aiden Fredericks, one of our HabMod habitation modules. Our Mars Media, Ariana Nagurney, started a blog, and she's doing great. She's keeping all the followers updated with our project. And EDL, they finished their box, and they decided that they wanted to put a parachute on the top, which was a very smart idea. They put bubble wrap to support the bottom so it doesn't have much impact. And I think our EDL team is very creative and has done a very good job. Our rover team started with has finished their project, and all they have to do is program the vehicle. Now I'm going to pass it on to Aiden to discuss the habitation module.
Hi, my name's Aiden. In the HabMod group, we've been having great progress. Our habitational module is already finished and 3D printed, and there was rarely any problems in the building of the habitational module. We didn't have much time to discuss on which one we wanted to pick, but after time thinking, we picked on the final design and got everything done. And now we're working on a poster to improve our design and get it more popular. Thank you.
I'm just going to talk quickly about the struggles that we've overcame. We haven't had many struggles, but the one major struggle that we had was that the plan for the rovers went too big, went over the size that they said they were going to make it. So then the EDL box the rover did not fit in the EDL box. So we made adjustments to make the rover smaller, and now it fits in and we're going great. Thank you. I'm going to pass this to Andrew.
Hi, my name's Andrew, and I'm Mission Director for Team 4. So, up till now, the rover team is doing pretty well. Like everybody else, we are in the programming phase, and the high compass sensor, of course, hasn't been installed. Everybody else hasn't been installed because we've been dragged back by a day or two, but it will be complete by the landing. Our EDL is doing pretty well. We only had one struggle, and that was we couldn't think of a parachute, but at the moment, we are critical thinking about it, and we found a way to make a parachute. It should be working by tomorrow. Our habitation module is doing pretty well. It's been finished 3D printing today. It's looking pretty good for the landing. Now I'm going to pass it over to Brendan, and he will be talking to you about some struggles we've had.
My name is Brandon. I'm just going to outline some of the struggles we had. We haven't had too many problems with ours. Again, as Andrew said, one of the problems was with our parachute. We solved that issue, and we're getting on it. Another problem with EDL was the hot glue, which we solved by looking around and going from classroom to classroom to see if we could find any. There have been a few different struggles with problem solving in the design of the HabMod, but so far it's gone pretty well.
So I'm just going to talk quickly. Overall, all the teams are doing pretty well. I'd say my team is doing okay. I wouldn't say we are far ahead of anybody else, but we are doing at what the average person would do at the moment. Now I'm going to pass it over to Bradley.
Hi, I'm Bradley Hall, the Mission Director of Team 1. And as everybody else said, during the first week, we got our teams, and I was pleased to see who was on my team, and checking in with everybody throughout the week, and following up to today. We've been doing pretty good, staying on track. Our rover is doing pretty good with holding the hab mod, which has just been built yesterday. Our hab mod is a common area, which was built like a fitness center by Ali Abdullah. And on it is an oxygen tank, because on Mars, there's not much oxygen. But, and then our EDL. Our EDL has been working with the rover to find out the measurements and what they're going to need to do to make that device strong enough to hold the rover. And they also want to make sure the rover doesn't get damaged at all. Because if the rover gets damaged, then the whole mission is just a fail. But here to talk to you about our rover is Faith Coolbeth.
Hi, I'm Faith. I've been working on our rover. So far we have it built and we are able to hold the hab mod, which we were having some struggles with. But now it stays on. We are working on programming right now. We have just learned our drop zone, and we're editing our program in order to figure out how we're going to get out of the box that we're going to be dropping in, and working with EDL to find out what the best way to do that would be. The only thing that we haven't been able to work on yet is our magnetic field sensor, which is sort of like the compass. We have not been able to figure out how to program that. We do not have the software at the moment, but when we get that, we will be definitely on the right track.
So, as you can see, all the teams are doing pretty well. My team, I think, is one of the best, not to brag. But now I'm going to move on to if the audience here has any I likes or wonders for any of our teams.
Anybody have any I like, I wonder, I have an idea?
Any team? Any I likes, I wonders? Over there?
I wonder what shape your EDL box is going to be.
Well, the box for all of our teams, I don't know in particular what every box looks like, but I know that my box is going to be a little bit different. And I see that other teams have a whole bunch of different designs. So they're going to be all types of shapes and sizes. Any other questions?
For any of the other teams, just let us know which team you'd like to ask the question to.
Over there?
Well, I liked how all the teams stated their problems and then said how they fixed it.
Okay.
I wonder what the magnetic sensors are going to be for.
Is there any team in particular that you would like to ask?
No, just anyone in general.
So our magnetic field sensor is able to sense the magnetic field sort of like a compass can, and we can program it to tell the robot to go north. And then all on its own, once it's oriented, it can turn and start the rest of the program. So it's sort of like having a really cool compass.
Any more?
Any others?
Same person?
I like how all the groups stated that they had a lot of confidence in their teams and they liked who they had, and they were very confident in what their team could achieve.
Yeah, speaking for all the teams, I think that we were all, pretty evenly, distributed with people that we had, and they were all pretty skillful at their jobs. But will there be any more questions today? Way back there.
So once the hab mods were printed and you had to integrate the rover and the hab mod and the EDL, what kind of modifications did you have to make now that all parts were put together? And this is open for every team.
With my group personally, we at first didn't think our rover would fit in the box with the hab mod, so we had to measure the box and the rover, and it turned out that it did fit. But they had to fix the rover front because it wouldn't have fit the hab mod with it if we didn't. So.
And with mine, after the hab mod was made, I know that